Well, finally got the 71 CUDA into the main bay here, and looking forward with great anticipation starting to work on it. But I haven't touched the thing yet. I wanted to do a good video doc of it before I start tearing into it, and just went all the way around the perimeter of the car, and I'm very encouraged. The only place I can see any evidence at all of some body work is right in the heels of these front fenders. Real hokey piece of sheet tin underneath there. Both sides on the heel. I think down here you can see a little bit of that. See a little bit of that amateur patchwork inside that fender there. Yeah, you can see it's sheet metal pop riveted up along here, and then just flapping in the breeze down here. Looks like the original fender's there. Might be able to work with the original fender. I don't even know why it was covered up. All the rockers and the rear quarters, everything looks perfect. All these double seams here are all just really nice all the way around, and looks really good. There's a couple dents. There's a dent there, and then there's a dent up on the front fender there. Certainly repairable. Then this trunk lid looks like they shut it 100 times on tools, but I already have a new trunk lid, so not a problem. I'm going to tear all the carpets out and see what the floorboards look like. From underneath they look good. Some surface rust, but I think the floors are going to be fine. Have to pull the rug out to see though for sure. Got the original 71 back seat covers in, but the front seats have been replaced. Actually, a very nice looking pair of what appears to be 72 or 73 seats in the front here. I might be able to sell those, so got to clean them up. But headliner's toast as usual, but everything else looks good. Got to replace that door handle. Door handle broke off. There's a piece of window chrome on the other side that's missing, and of course the front end here got another grill and another bumper. Got turn signals for the front, so all those things are in the boxes ready to go. Hood looks real good. Shouldn't have to do anything to that. One other thing in here I noticed, these headlight buckets are gone, and those are going to have to be welded in there. Car's not very straight, but it'll be straight. Pop the hood here. Take a look under there. This looks pretty nice under here, actually. Not too bad. It's like battery trays, good shape. Wiring harness is all here. Power steering pump and drive unit. Gearbox. K-frame looks real good. Got real nice front rear sway bar. Stock on the CUDA, of course. Almost looks like somebody smeared, yeah, somebody's put a little bit of Bondo in along here. Yeah, there's a little bit of Bondo right there. We grind that all down, see what we're into there. I don't know what that was all about. Both sides up in front here, that's what this is here. There's a little bit of gumbo in there. Yep, right there's a little bit of gumbo. Yeah, it goes back, stops. Looks like it stops right about there. Yep. To check that out, find out what's going on with that. Looks like somebody did a real crappy job here. They didn't have the right nuts, so they just stuck something on there with adhesive. Oh, it's the old Plymouth symbol. Yeah. Stuck it on with some adhesive. Another thing I found back here, it's really interesting, is I find green paint. See that right there? Green paint along the quarter panels here. Definite indication that this car was green at one time. There's another little speck there of green, indicating the car was green at one time. You can see how nice these quarter panels are down along here. These seams are real nice. Everything's real good. The inner trunk panels, trunk extensions are all real nice. Bird's eye view there. Those trunk extensions look real good. Matter of fact, the one on the passenger side even looks better. One thing at these bottom side of these quarters here got a lot of bubbles on them. I'm sure there's going to be some rust throughs on there. Whether it's probably have a little bit of metal patching to do down through here, unfortunately. Kind of do a little before and after on these rear quarters here. Going to be taking the old wire brush to them. See what they look like after a little bit of scrubbing. Here's the other one here. Yeah, that one's even a little bit worse. I can see a couple pinholes through there already. Mainly because it's been sitting around for 5 or 6 years in the garage where it's been damp. Hasn't been good for it. I'll do a little more videotaping on these quarters here. They really look nice. But you can see up along here, seam looks real nice up along here. Nice double seam. See it really good. Matter of fact, this even has a tabs on the inner fender, inner trunk floor extensions. It's all real good and solid back in there. Trunk floor is nice. Hate to mess with the trunk floor. That's all just a little bit of surface rust here and there. Looks very original. Yeah, somebody did a little patch job here on the trunk floor. This car was driven 1/4 mile at a time for a few years, so I'm told. There's the old 3/8 inch gas line there, goes all the way to the front. Battery terminals here. The battery used to be located in the trunk. Probably sat right there where the plate is. Anyway, yeah, all these everything looks pretty good. There's some rust underneath here, but no rust throughs. Just a lot of surface rust under here. It looks like a lot of surface rust down through there. Yeah, that looks okay though. It's all fixable. Well, really looking forward to tearing into it. It'd be nice to start doing that this fall. Take my mind off of the cold weather. Well, next I'll rip those carpets up and take a look in there. Well, I was able to take the DA and take some of the paint back off this quarter here. Found out there certainly has been a lot of damage done. As a matter of fact, this is kind of a technique we call bash in and drill holes and put Bondo on. There's quite a bit of Bondo on here. Looks likely that this whole bottom portion of this panel is going to have to be replaced with Sherman body panels. Probably both sides. Well, here's the carnage here. This is the carpet and the pad that was inside the car. It looks like they just used good old-fashioned living room pad, but and a hunk of carpet. I don't think it was molded carpet or anything. It was just a hunk of carpet cut to shape. Anyway, that's all out of there, and I'll take a look at the floor that it revealed. The floor looks real good. It's not perfect, but it's good. they had kind of glued the pad to the floorboards because it wasn't molded, but there's a lot of dirt and stuff in here, but looks like a bunch of surface rust. Seat belts have been removed, but actually floors look real good. Rear floors are perfect, and looks like a little bit of a bulge right there. Somebody might have tried to jack the car up in wrong place. And this floor in the back is real good. And this passenger side front is really nice. A little bit of surface rust there in the corner, but plenty of metal left. No rust around the plug where it usually is. Everything looks really good inside of the rockers. Real nice. Console looks real good. Looks like there's been a variety of shifters in here over the period of time. A lot of holes drilled there. The only place I see a problem is on the driver's side floor. Looks like somebody kind of poop welded a plate in here. And I looked down below and there were a couple holes in the floorboard, so that looks like a candidate for Sherman sheet metal too. Probably just have to cut a section out of a new floorboard and lay it in there and MIG it up, MIG weld it. But these rockers all look really nice, and the screws came out of the sill plates. And anyway, very pleasing to see all this. So it's not perfect, but very repairable. Now we're going to try to get a look at the underside of the floor here. Where I mentioned I had some rust throughs right in there. You can see right above that torsion bar there. Yeah, another thing worth mentioning is the roof of this car. It's just perfect. There's no dents or anything on the roof. Somebody definitely took care of it, and there's never been anybody climbing around on top of it or anything like that, which sometimes happens.